In a minute, we're going to be saying hello to Annette Lee. Now, we worked with Stefan and the team at Tubular. Do you remember we said earlier we wanted to shine a spotlight on some local artists and really give them a stage and introduce them to the business. So working with Tubular, working with the IMDA, and working with our own communities, we've spotlighted 6 fantastic creators that we're going to be meeting through the day. So the first one is Annette Lee. We're going to watch a quick video, and then we're going to meet her live in person at VidCon.
Hi, babe. So.
Now look at the camera.
Everybody wanna get up on my level. All stealth, top shelf, I'm a rebel. Wanna get the gold, better bring a shovel.
I'm still president, thank you.
Anyway, I cut already. You better just eat. Why you cut it? I said I didn't want, right? Wow, you very ungrateful.
If you're not willing to do something as simple as like my post, then I'm sorry, you're not my friend. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Annette Lee.
Hi.
Please have a seat. Annette, fabulous video. Thank you for the little VidCon button there.
Thank you.
It's been going up.
My editor was very cool.
Now, you're an actress, you're a singer, you're a songwriter, you're a scriptwriter, you're a YouTuber. What do you tell people you do for a living? And more importantly, what do your family think you're doing for a living?
I tell people what I do depending on what I'm doing at the moment, I guess, because I meet different people in different settings. So I guess here I would say I'm kind of like a video creator, musician, comedian kind of thing. If I'm somewhere with script writers, and then I'll say, yeah, I write scripts as well. As for what my family thinks I do, I don't know. I think they're still not sure. But I guess all I can say is, you know, when I was growing up, my parents said that when you grow up, you can be anybody you want to be. So I took that very literally. I'm literally anybody I want to be if I wanted to.
So you could be 5 people?
Yes, I could be Donald Trump one day. I could be you if I wanted to as well.
No, please. I'm hungry. I can go and have lunch. Okay, so look, it's wonderful to have you here, and thank you so much for making the time. How did you get to where we are today?
Okay, that's a really deep question, Jasper. I don't know if I've got enough time, but I feel like it was just a very slow and steady journey, starting from when I was back in school. I've always been a very creative person. My favorite subjects were always, I liked writing, so I love storytelling. So my favorite subject was English, and I'll always be writing stories. And apart from that, in school, I really love art and music as well, because I felt that there was a lot of storytelling elements that help to bolster words when it comes to expressing myself creatively. And when I went to university, I studied filmmaking, and just gradually, when I graduated, I was writing a blog on the side as well. And I started my first official job with SGAG, so my friends are over there. And since then, you know, I've just been working on, it's just been video by video, working on my craft, working on music on the side, and I've always loved having side projects and always loved, I'm just a very passionate person, I guess, and I just like creating things, and over time, I've gone to, I guess, where I am, but I would say I feel like a plant, you know, I don't really feel it, because if you're staring at a plant, you can't really see it grow, but maybe when you see it 5 years apart, you'll be able to tell, like, oh, it's different. But so yeah, I'm just growing and enjoying the moment of sprouting.
So if you, another question I love asking creators is if you were to meet your 16-year-old self, what advice would you give them to start their career as a creator?
So I would say that something, okay, so maybe I'll talk about something that I kind of decided to tell myself already back then, which was to have a side project. And I would say that was one of the most important things that really contributed to anything that that really contributed to me, just making strides. Because at the end of the day, I think it's important to do things for yourself. When you're in school, don't just do homework just because your teacher told you to. Don't do something just because someone told you, your parents told you to do it, just because, or maybe later on, just because you're getting paid to do it. Always just do something on the side, just for fun, just for yourself. And I think that's something that's very important that all creators need to do. And that was something I was glad I did. If I were to say one more piece of advice that's apart from that, which I thought was very important, I would say don't be anxious. Yeah, because I think creatives sometimes we get really anxious. Sometimes, especially when you're young and you kind of don't think your work is good enough. And I think most people struggle with that when you're not so experienced, and you often just feel like my work just isn't as great. But I heard of how sometimes the reason why we think our work isn't good enough is because our taste is good. And sometimes it just takes time to practice and continue to create work and hone your craft in order for your taste, for your skill level to meet your taste level, and so you won't be disappointed. Yeah. So the reason why you're disappointed probably as a young creative is probably because your skill level isn't meeting your taste level, but you'll get there, and don't be stressed, don't be anxious. And that's something I'll tell myself, because when I'm in the thick of it, of course, during my whole growing up years, like there were so many times where I just felt horrible, I felt like I wasn't great, and yeah, I guess it just takes one video at a time, writing one thing at a time, and yeah, that's something I'll tell myself, don't be anxious. Yeah.
What an amazing, so I've interviewed I've been very lucky to interview hundreds of creators, and I've never heard, lots of advice, but they've never said, don't be anxious. Brilliant insight. Final question for you. What's exciting? Where's it all heading? What's exciting for you for the future?
I'm working on a lot of stuff. So yeah, I've been working on all my TikToks, some series on YouTube and everything. We saw snippets of that just now. One of them is called News Planner. I'm actually working on a new episode coming out next month, where it's a news show where it's a satirical news show where I interview different characters in Singapore or elsewhere, and they're all played by me. And I'm also working on a web series. I just shot a web series last month or so. It's just a little passion project kind of thing, and it's tentatively called Asian Billionaires. It's a mockumentary, which is like a comedy fictional documentary about a billionaire family in Singapore and them going around their different antics, navigating their rich people problems. And it's a very relatable show, trust me, even though it's about a very seemingly inaccessible life, and there's a lot of social commentary in it and everything, and it's really, I had so much fun on set. It stars Gurmit Singh, Amy Cheng, Benjamin King, and I guess myself. And that's the next big thing that I'm working on, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys very soon.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining VidCon Summit Asia, or VidCon Asia Summit today. Brilliant to see you. Good luck with the future. Congratulations on getting to where you are today. Annette Lee.
Thank you.